Good morning. Interesting, this new Facebook thing. Awesome. Oh, there is a comment bar too. Okay, cool. What about you guys? Like, do you guys like the traditional Facebook or are you guys liking like this new Facebook thing? Interesting. Okay, sorry I'm a little bit late. Welcome to Vintage Gypsy Unscripted, Monday morning coffee. Um, I'm super excited. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time and just couldn't even wrap my head around it at that point. But um, yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited that I have this opportunity to hang out with you guys on Monday mornings. Plus, it gives me a reason to like get up and get my shit together, like first thing in the morning. Oh, yeah, awesome. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Shannon Kelly, and I'm the creator and editor of the Vintage Gypsy magazine. And and we just had our October edition go out, so that was really exciting, and that was a lot of work. And I'm glad that it kind of went off without a hitch. It was the printing was a little bit slow this time due to the election. So my printer was very busy printing election paperwork. Hmm. So there you go. I would love to know if you guys are here. I see somebody. Whoever you are, please like write a comment so I can say hi and good morning. Carol, good morning, my friend. How are you? I'm not sure I like this new Facebook thing because it's kind of strange to me. I can't see who's watching unless you comment. So I'm glad you're here. Um, so yeah, I am Shannon Kelly. I'm the creator and editor of the Vintage Gypsy magazine, and I guide women to share their stories. Our stories are really important, and we also have the power to change them. So I created this Facebook group because I really want to engage and help other women grow their small businesses. Um, and just to share my story, my rags to riches story, or whatever that looks like. So yeah, so this morning I thought that we would have a conversation about success and what success actually looks like. Um, I had coffee, a virtual coffee, with a dear friend last week, Jennifer Ermintrout, Jennifer Klatt, if she's here. I know she's in this group with us. And I've known Jen for a long time, and we kind of just did like the gal pal check in, having a coffee. She's a brilliant entrepreneur herself. She is the intentional joy coach. So yeah, go and have a look at her website if you feel called to intentional joy. And yeah, anyways, we were having this conversation about just stuff, how business is going, and what we're up to, and plans. And she asked me, she said, "What does success look like for you?" Um, and I responded that it evolves as I do. And of course, at one time I was just kind of, and of course, I always answer just like off the top of my head because I always believe that whatever comes out just comes out as it should. But of course, I'm a woman, so I also, take that conversation and then I go back and I overthink the hell out of it for a while and analyze it and think about, not that I should have changed my answer, just that maybe I could have explained a little better of what success looks like for me. So at one time, when I first started this entrepreneurial journey, I really success was just like praying that that I could pay the bills and praying that I could make ends meet. And there was a lot of um, frustration and um, I'm just going to be honest, there was a lot of freaking tears. There was a lot of tears as I traveled this journey, trying to figure out how to make it work. And so, yeah, so my goal is really just to try and inspire you guys a little bit and help you on your journey as well. So yeah, so what does success look like for you? And um, I think success evolves. It evolves as I do. So, like I said, at one point, I was like just trying to make ends meet. And so, as I really sat down and I journaled about um, every day, I journal about what it is that I call in for myself and what I would like to see happen in my life. And as those things manifest, then then the dream gets bigger and so the success thing kind of evolves as I do. But the problem is that a lot of times I talk to women and they don't even know. They don't even know what success looks like or what it is that they desire to call in for themselves. So, we spend so much time caring and nurturing the other people in our lives that we kind of forget about ourselves. And then we get to a point in our lives where what do we really want to have and what do we really want to call in for ourselves? And sometimes it takes some really deep contemplation to figure that out. So I guess, I don't know. What do you guys think? Carol, what do you think? What does success look like for you? I mean, I think I'm successful in my business. I really desired to have freedom to do whatever it is that I wanted to do in life. I'm super excited that I don't wake up to an alarm clock at 5 o'clock in the morning anymore. I have time and space to to do the things that I want to do. I can travel and have my laptop with me, and I know that I can work from wherever it is that I want to work. And I look at that as being successful. I do this full time. I think that's successful. Um, Success for me never was, like this $1 million house or a bunch of toys. That's not how I defined my success, but I don't, moving forward, I mean, maybe those are some of the things that I want to call in for myself at this point. Now that I feel like I've reached this level of success that I'm at now. um, yeah, I think it's really about you know um, checking in with your soul and deciding what that looks like for you. And the universe really wants to give us everything that we desire, but we have to be clear about what that looks like. So um, I think that, yeah, exactly what it means for us, right? I think people define success very differently. I think this colonial world that we live in, or this, societal conform that we live in today, defines success as having the toys, having toys and having this big house and having, you know, lake property or, a $70,000 car or whatever that looks like. And um, our success is defined by the things that we have. And um, of course, I don't believe in that. I think success is defined by whatever it is that we want to define it as. Um, so yeah, success evolves as we do. And as we begin to really check in with our soul and check in with our heart and decide what it is that we want to call in for ourselves, and as we begin to manifest that stuff, whatever that looks like, then I think it changes because then you realize that anything is possible, and you can redefine that as you move on your path. Carol says success is being happy, comfortable, and a greenhouse. Sustainable living, my friend. Sustainable living. Having that greenhouse to play in would be so comforting. And just knowing that you have that, that food source as well, right? I think that's also a topic we could talk about for hours. Um, the food that the world that we live in and the food that we eat is super important. So, if I asked you today, what does success look like for you? What does success look like for you? And what are the things that you're calling in for yourself? And and really just feel into that and take some time this week to define that, define what that looks like. Um, and so, what is one thing that you can do, or what are the steps that you're taking to get you to that place? Um, you know, I wanted to do this Monday morning coffee to um, hang out and talk to you guys and maybe inspire you. But I also want you to take some steps. And so, what are the steps? And the first thing is really just defining what that looks like for you. So, what does success look like for you? Maybe it's, I know at one time in my business, I was like, I wanted 500 followers. And I remember the day that I got to 500 followers, I was like, oh my God, I had to celebrate because I had 500 followers. Um, Now I'm hoping to get 10,000 followers because it changes and evolves. And when you get to a point where you're making $1,000 on the side, running your side business, or um, maybe you do desire to have a new car. Well, and what does that look like for you? Um, what kind of car do you want? What kind of life do you want to live? And I think, like I said, the universe really wants to give us anything that we desire to have. We're not meant to be here and suffer in this body. We are meant to be abundant and prosperous and have all the things that we desire. Um, but we really need to define what that looks like for us. And so, yeah, I would just love for you guys to take some time this week and really define what success looks like for you at this point, at this stage in your life, or at this stage on your entrepreneurial journey, whatever, wherever you're at. And yeah, so just kind of think about what is it? What is it that defines success for you? And what are the steps that you're taking to move you forward to that, to manifesting whatever it is that you desire? And maybe think about, what's standing in your way. So there's always fear wrapped up in, moving forward. A lot of us stay stuck where we're at because we have this fear of of what that looks like. So maybe it's a fear of failure, but most times it's a fear of success. So yeah. So what does success look like for you? Um, really get nice and clear, crystal clear on what that looks like. What are the steps that you can take to move you forward to that? And and what are the obstacles that are stopping you from moving forward? And of course, I'm always here and I'm always willing to have a chat with anybody that wants to have a chat with me. Um, Reach out, let's chat about it. I have a new workshop coming up, The Magic of Money. I'm super excited about it because my money mindset was like a journey of like 6 years of really trying to figure out that aspect of myself. And I'm really excited to share everything that I've learned on my journey about money and about the magic of money and the energy of money and how to move forward, changing our mindset around what that looks like. So that workshop starts next week. If anybody is interested in hanging out with me for 4 weeks and doing some work on their money mindset, I would love to see you there. So reach out to me if you have any questions. um, have a super fantastic week. Carol, thank you for being here with me. I always love seeing your face. And yeah, everybody have a great week. Be inspired. Um, one foot in front of the other. That's how we get to where we're going. One foot in front of the other, whatever that looks like for you. And like you said, reach out anytime. I'm here, I'm listening, and I would love to hear from you. And if I can figure out how to turn off the live video, then I have success for today. Okay. Love you all. Have a super fantastic week.